Welcome to boys only school.
You don't have what it takes to be a man, Keeley.
Yes, I do, and I'll prove it. I'm the only girl out of all of my siblings, but today I'm gonna prove that I can be just as tough as them by competing in a series of manly challenges.
Here at Mansworth Academy, we are pumped with the most amount of testosterone of any other school. This is not an all-boys school, but rather an all-men's school, which means I will have no problem sifting through the chaff of 5 other boys and my one sister, Keeley. Welcome to Mansworth Academy.
The first challenge, dodgeball. Number 1, you're up first.
Really?
Go ahead, number 2.
I'll remember that, number 5. Now I must go eliminate somebody. I have been pegged in the face more times today than I have ever been pegged. I caught one ball, blindfolded, edging the Keeley territory. We're up at number 2 over here at Mans. 3, slightly going down, but number 6, I was being underhanded in the nether regions. So I'm sorry, but you are eliminated. Number 6, get in the office. Dang. You're not Keeley.
I'm done.
You're not fit for Mansworth Academy. Give me the jacket.
So far, so good. I've really got to keep it up because I do not want Preston to eliminate me. If he does, I get a giant spitball contributed by all of my brother's saliva thrown at my head.
Welcome to anger management class. Caleb, are you very good at that?
Doing a nice little soft
Punch!
Number 2, your turn.
Oh!
Oh my God! My turn to be a man and be angry.
I've really got to do good at this because if I successfully make it to the end of the video, Preston's the one who has to get spitballed.
Oh!
Daka, can you come hold dabs for me?
It's a man's job anyways. Oh, what? So underwhelming for some reason.
Holy cow. Punch! Who hurt you, number 1? Number 1 can move up slightly on the scale. This is controlled anger. Number 2, you are manly. Not much to say here, number 3. And now it's all over my beautiful sweater. Not cool, number 3. Oh, 4. Honestly, I think number 4 had probably the worst drywall of them all. Like, this is terrible. Whoa, this is a one solid foldable piece? Well, we can say that number 5 is most certainly not Keeley, which leaves us with 3 and 4 looking the most sus so far, but I would like to let my students cook, so I'm not going to eliminate one in this challenge.
Welcome to woodworking class. Now, there is something that men love more than punching things. It's destroying things. Caleb, choose a weapon, and you have 30 seconds to destroy everything in this square. 3, 2, 1, go! Caleb! 3, 2, 1! Okay, Daka, why don't you go ahead and pick your weapon?
Why is Eloise on everything?
Because Preston hates Eloise.
So aim for the cat.
Oh my gosh! Oh! Timer's up! Whoa, smooth, very manly. Go! Oh! Timer's up! You didn't even get to the chair! Stop, 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 stop! If you didn't get to the chair, that's on you. I think this is gonna be a really good hint to Preston that he thinks this is me because he didn't even break the chair yet. Going in with the axe, go!
Clearly, being a man is a little bit scarier than I thought it would be.
This is so terrifying! Yeah! Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. Yeah! Okay, Dad, the only weapon left is this. Time to bring in Headmaster Preston to judge everybody's destruction.
Number 1, it's pretty good destruction, you know? There's a little bit more of this chair than I would preferred. Number 2 had like a box and like some chairs. Oh, but they had a really mean weapon. Not bad, number 2. Number 3, you didn't do anything. Almost like a ploy to get me to try to vote you out.
Preston, they actually were trying.
There's no way they were trying. Number 3 is in the sus list. Number 4 did some blocker damage, looking pretty good. And then number 5 there's not a lot of destruction here. I don't see any blood. This person's weak. All right, I think I've seen most of what I need to see. Where? What do we have here? That's right, it's my board. Number 1, we're gonna move this person up in the man's tier a little bit more. Number 2 did a decent job as well, slightly down. Number 3 is very bad. Number 5, however, was so manly, yet is being pegged down because number 5 had a fully unbroken chair. Have you seen the WWE? Do you know what they do to chairs?
Yeah, sit on them.
No.
Oh.
Smash them. So the only logical decision we can make has got to be number 3. Number 3.
That's you, bro!
I think he's calling me to give me a good attendance grade.
Don't think so.
Oh, I don't think so. Means that I'm safe. I'm safe for one more round, but maybe not.
Well. Who would have thought?
Look, I have a heat-seeking stomachache,
A real man pushes through his sickness and gets the job done.
but I'm gonna throw up.
Nobody cares, and nobody asked, actually.
Can you eliminate me?
You will not be a part of my Roman Empire, which is the main goal of the Mansworth Academy, to rebuild what was the strongest ever. Get out of my sight. Leave. And maybe next time, actually do some destruction, huh?
Now that Josh is out, I'm one step closer to a win. And Preston, he's one step closer to spit.
Okay, it's time for lunch here at Mansworth Academy, which means lunch inevitably turns into food fights when you're around a bunch of boys. So let's make a target. Now we're gonna make...
You're not doing that right.
I'm very short, okay? Let's bring out the headmaster.
Nobody hates getting stuff in their hair more than my sister Keeley, so number one, show me what you've got. What are you doing? Is that Choco Milko? You splattered all over me. My goodness gracious. Well, I'm gonna need a shower after this. Show me your move. Say it again, but number 4 rhymes with low score. Number 5, please show me why I should keep you alive. All right, that was actually better than most people who slung the juice. Now you're just throwing all of the ingredients. Now we're just being wasteful. Now we're being extra wasteful. I need more information, so it's time for a calculus test. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, we're not doing that here. This is Mansworth Academy. Instead, I have drilled a hole so that way I can connect this birthing simulator and each of the students have a chicken in their mouth. Real men can handle pain. We're starting at level 1. Oh, no squeaks from number 1 so far. Now we're at 3. Now we're at 4. Well, we're now at 5. All right, wow, it goes up to 20. You made it to 4, starting with a 2. Now we're moving to 3, 7, 8, 12, 15! Oh, made it all the way to 15. Number 2, you are way more manly than number 1. We start with 1, 4, 8. Really? You reached to 10. Number 1 has me led to believe that it could be Keeley Arsement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 18, 19, 20. We are maxed out. Number 1 and number 4 are sus. Number 1 is moving to the bottom of the list. They could barely handle like 4. Number 2 did an exceptional job originally, was able to handle almost 14, but number 5 was able to handle 20 on the pain scale. The only thing that makes logical sense here is that it would have to be number 1. I'm giving it to number 1. Number 1, please step into my humble domain.
I've done well every challenge except for this one.
Come in, number 1. So disappointed.
I did well every challenge except for that one, and you vote me out for one?
Next time, handle pain better.
It is time for a pop quiz here at Mansworth Academy, so welcome to Man Trivia. Preston is going to be asking us a series of questions that we must be able to answer if we're men. I'm surely gonna try my best.
Number 2, what is the best way to order your steak? There's only one right answer for this one.
The best way is to order it rare.
I am now going to be moving number 2 down.
Pink mostly, but still cooked around the edges.
All right, that is disgusting. I'm gonna move you down a peg.
Right from the carcass, raw.
Number 5 is getting moved down a peg. Y'all are all idiots. What is the most you've ever deadlifted?
Romanian style, 315 pounds.
That's a pretty solid PR. Number 4, what have you deadlifted?
160 pounds.
Okay, not great. Number 5.
Did 187 pounds this morning when I got out of bed.
Manly of you to try to take on that weight. What is the ideal protein intake? Number 2.
50 grams of protein a day.
Wow, okay, well this person does not get enough protein in a day. You're moving down on the list.
I would say I aim for about 120 to 150 grams a day.
Honestly, 120 to 150 a day is pretty solid for the majority of people. Number 4 is gonna get moved up slightly on the list.
Either 2 canes or 3 Keeleys.
Well, number 5 is being stubborn and I could not hear their answer, so they are dumb. Number 2, you are stranded on an island. What console are you bringing?
Assuming that's the only thing I can bring, I would take the Switch.
Great answer, number 2.
It's technically not a console, but I would take a PC. If that's not an appropriate answer, I was also going to say Switch or maybe a PS5.
Yeah, indecisive.
I would bring a dial and a deck of cards. That's what I would consult with. You said consult, right?
And I said, what console are you bringing?
Right.
Right.
All right, 5. Moving down again. What are the steps to changing a flat tire? Just give me the first 3 steps.
Make sure your car is in park, loosen up the lug nuts, and then lift the car
The
up.
fact that you knew what a lug nut is, what are the next 3 steps?
You're jacking the car up and you're removing the tire, and then you are going to get the spare out of the trunk.
All right, number 5.
You find the nearest man you can. You bat your eyes at him, and you wiggle over towards him. That's the first 3 steps.
All right, number 5. I know you're trolling.
Trolling is number 4. How did you know?
No, number 5 is trolling.
You are so confused.
This number 5 is on his last leg. Final question. How many times per week do you think about the Roman Empire?
About once a day.
At least 6 to 7 times a day.
Probably a couple of times a day.
And who is your favorite emperor?
Cleopatra, she's so beautiful like me.
I'm gonna hang up. We must make a decision on who to eliminate. And since number 5 is displaying a classic case of toxic masculinity, unfortunately, it's going to be his impeding doom. Number 5.
I'm a troll.
If you think that I have a chance of winning this video and making it out alive in Mamsworth Academy, you've got to go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Come in, number 5.
Well.
None of the Roman empires.
The 300.
That is Sparta. You cannot be a true man if you don't know the Roman history.
I'll work on it.
You will,
Yes.
but you won't work on it at this academy. You're expelled.
I don't want to be a girl anyway.
What do you mean?
I made it to the final 2 contestants, and all that's left is a sumo match.
Our 2 final students are now going to compete in sumo wrestling. And if I choose the wrong person at the end of the sumo match, I get a spitball on my head. But if I choose Keeley correctly, she gets a spitball on hers. Wrestle. Yes, the aggression! Now this is a part of what the Roman Empire should have looked like, huh? Crush them. Finish the beanbag. There we go. Unfortunately, number 1 is deflated, while number 4 is chunky as ever. It's a tough decision, but I think I'm going with the GOAT. Yeah! What? Don't tell me. Nobody speaks of this. We delete the footage right now.
Preston, I'm headmaster now, so I think it's time that you get spitballed. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Thanks for joining us at Mansworth.
Female headmasters are just built different.